How did you come up with the name Norma Jean?
I don't really know, actually. It was just one of the names that we had that sounded cool, and when it came time to change our name, we were like, hey, let's just do that, and our old singer just kind of announced it from stage one day. We didn't know until he said it.
Do you know how he came up with it, or?
I don't even think it was him that came up with it. I really don't know who came up with it, but it sounds cool.
Yeah. How has this tour been going so far?
Pretty awesome. We got about a week and a half left, and it's a 6-week tour, and it's been great. First time we've done like a full headliner like across the U.S. in close to 2 years. We did a short one this spring with the Chariot, but we didn't go to the West Coast or anything. So doing this tour has been really fun and good, and all the bands are awesome.
That's cool. So you just recently released your record, The Anti-Mother, back in August. How has the response from your fans been on it?
It's been awesome. We got a lot of people singing along. We played half of our set as new songs, just because we love the new songs, and the response has been awesome. Kids sing along when we didn't think they would sing along, and just the response as far as like record sales has been kind of blowing our minds, because the industry is really bad right now. Everything's really down, and we were surprised by the numbers, so thanks everybody that bought our record.
What is the writing and recording process like for you guys?
Writing is always awesome. We got two guys that we live in Atlanta, and there's two guys that live out of town, so they'll fly in for like a week to 2 weeks at a time, and we'll just spend like 4 to 10 hours a day locked in a practice space, just hammering out riffs. Like everybody brings something to the table. It's really fun and long hours at work. But it's always awesome to create something new. So we get really stoked when we start writing, and when someone has a new like riff that we've never heard before, just something new that we've never tried before, everybody gets really stoked on it. Recording this time around was really grueling and long and rough. It's usually not as hard as it was this last time, but then again, we've never done a record like this before. So when we recorded, we like seriously picked apart every single song and tried so much stuff, but it was awesome.
Cool. What are some of your favorite places to play besides your hometown?
This place.
Really?
Yeah, this place is awesome. It's just a cool club. But pretty much wherever we are is my favorite night to play, because we're playing music for people.
Yeah.
So, let's see. Philly's awesome. San Diego's great. Seattle, Portland. There's just a lot of cool places to play.
Where would you like to play that you haven't gone yet?
Egypt.
Really?
Yeah, I want to go to Egypt so bad. We are going to Alaska later this year, like in December. So that'll be cool.
And what are your favorite songs to play live?
Vipers, Snakes, and Actors. We're playing that one, and Surrender Your Sons is another one. And then Birth of the Anti-Mother, I love playing a lot.
Do you guys have any crazy tour stories?
Not really.
No.
We're pretty boring on the road. The extent of excitement is walking around the city and getting coffee. That's about it.
That's cool. What's been your favorite tour to date so far?
One of my favorites that we've ever done was a couple years ago. We did an Atreyu and Unearth tour, and it was a world tour. We started in the States and went to Europe, Japan, and Australia on it with all those bands, and it was awesome because we love all the dudes in those bands. So it's just like for 3 months we got to hang out with some of our best friends.
That's cool.
It's pretty awesome.
Cool. Do you prefer to play larger festivals like Warped Tour or smaller, more intimate club shows?
They're so different. It's hard to actually answer that, because it's like do you like to eat pizza better or a hamburger? And sometimes you want pizza. So they're totally two different kind of things. They're both awesome.
Yeah.
So there's sometimes where you're like, man, I wish we were like playing in front of 5,000 people. And then there's times you're like, man, I wish I was in a really small club playing to like 400 people. So.
What are your future touring plans after this tour?
Alaska. And then we're going to Texas to do a New Year's show. And besides that, we're not really sure. There's a tour we might be doing in the spring in the States, and then possibly some overseas stuff. Nothing has been booked yet, so we're just kind of waiting on stuff.
Okay. What do you think you'd be doing if you weren't in the band?
I'd probably be in another band at home.
Like if you weren't in just like any band?
I don't think I could do that.
No?
No, probably, if anything, if I wasn't in a band, I'd probably still like be making music somewhere. Something like that. I could never see myself not making music. Even if I was working at like a record store or some stupid like day job, I'd still be making music.
And is there anything that you want to add or say to your fans?
Buy a record, and if you haven't, or if you have bought it, you should buy it again and like give it away as a present or something.
All right, well, thank you so
Thanks.
much.